Welcome, welcome! It's my dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today is Invictus Launch Week. What day are we on? Let's see, that was day 1, day 2, I'm sorry, day 1, 2, day 3, 4. Now we're on day 5 and 6, May 25th through the 26th. We have Crusader, Tumbril, and Misc. So let's take a look and see what they're offering up. We've got the same video that they've had for several days. Quite unique this time around. They have multiple pages set up. One for the Hercules Starlifter, another for the Nova Battle Tank. Let's go ahead and take a look at both of those before we move into other things. So now we have the Hercules Starlifter. Get it now. This is a pretty cool sales page. These are the ones that they released with this patch, the 3.13.1 patch. You have the C2 civilian transport, the M2 military transport, and the A2 military bomber, which hasn't been released yet, but it's coming in an upcoming patch. They haven't released this one because it's completely different internally than the other two, as it carries size 10 bombs and only has a little space for cargo. So let's take a look at the C2 cargo. It goes into talking about this thing. It's civilian cargo transport, so it doesn't have the armor that the M2 has, nor does it have the guns that the M2 has, but it does have more cargo capacity by like 100 or something. I really do like this video that they have. It's about a minute long. You definitely want to check it out. The end is kind of breathtaking, the amount of C2s that are in it. So this thing has 672 SCU in it. Phenomenal. This is bigger than what the Caterpillar can carry. So this is the new main cargo hauler in the verse for you those big haul players out there. I know I wish I would have had this thing a while back because I could have carried so much cargo. I've lost millions in cargoes to, the dreaded 30k bugs and all of that. This one would be able to make up a lot of that money quickly. So it does come with 2 remote turrets equipped with size 4 M6A bearing laser cannons and 2 front-mounted gimbal size 4 Revenant Gatling guns. So a total of 6 size 4 guns. Not bad. And of course it looks sleek. The design is really cool. It's got a cargo bay in the front and the back. You guys could definitely check out my previous video on the C2 and the M2. Here you can see the actual differences between these. They're all 94 meters long, 70 wide, 23 high. They crew 2, 3, and 8. The military bomber, of course, needs more because it's got a lot more guns. Cargo, 672 versus 468, though I believe it's actually 5 something, versus 234. Speed is the same on all of them. Weapons, as you can see, the pilot weapons are 2 size 4s on all of them. Then you have only one set of 2 sets of 2 size 4 turrets on the C2. The M2 has 3 of those remote turrets, and the A2 has 3 of those remote turrets, plus an additional 2 size 5 ballistic cannons. I believe those are pilot fired, and then 2 extra size 5 remote ballistic Gatling. So this thing is just nasty. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 guns on the A2. That's not even what it's best at. I mean, yeah, it's really good at it. But then you have 60 size 3 bombs or 4 size 10 bombs. It is a bunker buster. The M2 has 12 jump seats that the others don't have. So they all offer something different that the others don't offer. And you'll see some of these sales on another page, so I'll gloss over them. Let's talk about them now. 360 for the C2 on Warbond, 480 for the M2 on Warbond, and then the A2 is 700, which it hasn't really gone up in the last sell. This one used to be kind of limited in stock, but not anymore. If you can get your hands on it, you may want to get it. Like I said, it's got like 14 guns. What else has 14 guns? I don't know if the Idris has 14 guns. This thing is nasty. Okay. Then you have the paints. That's really expensive for paint. $50. Well, I have a discount, but $66 or $50, that is a lot for a paint job. Even if you just want one, which I gotta admit, the Cerberus paint job looks really cool. It's still $11.50 for one paint job. If you want the Polaris, the Frostbite paint, it's $16. Wow, Polaris, wow, way off the deep end there. You could get these packs. Now, the Ground Assault pack is $645. Warbond. What does that include? Well, let's take a look. You get the Hercules M2. You get 2 Nova tanks by Tumbril, and 120-month insurance on both of them, along with a hanger. Is it worth it? Well, you know, it could be. The tanks are $100 a piece. This thing is, what, $480? So yeah, you get a little bit of a discount. You could get the Ultimate Heavy Lifters pack, which is highly recommended if you want all of the Hercules. $1,500 gets you C2, M2, and A2. It gets you 1 and 2 tanks, and then it gets you all the paints and lifetime insurance. So it's a really good deal, actually. So if you want to spend that much in the game and you want all the Hercules, that's a great offer to go after. Actually, I need to reevaluate. I've got the original concept. I don't know how much it is. I'll have to reevaluate, see if this is a better deal. So you get the idea. You can also upgrade into these for a special war bond price. It'll be more like the price of the original concept. So you might want to check that out. Then you have the Nova one, which let's go into the Nova Tank. We're going to have to run through these pretty quick. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. You got the long-range Slayer cannon, old school rockets on it. So these missiles, these are size, I don't know what size these are. I think they're size 2 or something. Size 3 maybe. Got tracks. This thing's highly maneuverable. You've seen these videos of the Nova Tank in action. So definitely check some of those out. And then you also have that same Nova and Crusader video, which was really cool. Of course, this goes through all the points again. So definitely check out all this stuff on the website. Crew is 3, speed is 20 meters a second. It's 16 meters long, 7 wide, 5 high. Only thing that can carry this right now is, of course, the C2, M2, and A2, which A2 is not. Let's take a look at how much it costs. $105 on Warbond with 120-month insurance. $120 when you buy it with credits, and then of course you got the same packs. Then you have the paint pack. So remember the Hercules paint where one of them would cost this much? Yeah, I mean, it's like $16. You get all 3. The gunmetal looks pretty cool. I like the Ember Storm paint. There's the Timberline. I'm just not a big Timberline fan. Maybe I'm not a Timberlake fan either. Who knows? Pretty close, right? So you have all of those. Let's go ahead and take a look at the main page now, as it'll reaffirm all of these different cells. The Ares Inferno is your war bond with 10-month insurance upgrade available right now. Again, you have all the Hercules. Then tack on top the Crusader Mercury Star Runner. It is now $260 for sale in this Invictus Week sale. Future Flyable A2, we saw that for $700. Ares Ion $220. That's the same as the concept price, by the way. And then the Inferno $220 as well. These are going to be heavy fighters with a size 7 gun. That's all they got. Size 7 laser, size 7 Gatling. That's all you get on those. But man, that's going to be fun. And then of course you have the paint jobs again, and of course the typical shirts. And of course the tanks, which we've seen. The Tumbril Cyclones are on sale. Then we also have the Tumbril Ranger on sale for $40. And then the paint jobs again. You could also get the paint jobs on the Tumbril Cyclones, which kind of actually look kind of cool. And then we go into Misc, which is kind of like the redheaded stepchild of this cell, to be honest. You have got the Reliant Tana for $75, which is a very good light fighter. The Razor EX, not highly recommended unless you're just doing some stealthy stuff. The Freelancer Misc fantastic ship, 175, and the Starfarer Gemini at 340. And then you can get the Reliant paint jobs and the Misc paint jobs, which I really like that black paint, as well as the Starfarer black paint. I really like those. But you have all those available. Storm Surge is kind of cool as well, and then the Misc t-shirts. And then you've got your official Invictus merch. Let's take a look at the Expo Hall floor. Here we are in New Babbage at the Tobin Expo Hall on Microtech, and the belle of the ball is going to be the Crusader Hercules line of ships. We knew it would be. We knew they were waiting just for this whole event, this Invictus Launch Week, to release these ships. I think they probably could have released them a good month and a half, 2 months earlier. I mean, they were all out on the PTU at least a month before this event. So we know they could have released them. If you haven't seen them before, definitely check out my other videos that I break down the C2 and the M2. You can also, refer back to the beginning of this one that you get the actual stats on these ships. So yeah, these are great ships. The C2 is a great ship for the solo flyer or the flyer with a buddy. The M2 is better for a little bit of a crew. It can be great for military drops as well, as it's got the heavier armor than the C2. Let's go ahead and check out one of these side rooms, and we'll come back to check out the M2 and the A2 just a little bit more, though we've already gone over those in the pricing video, or the pricing part of the video earlier on. So here off to the side rooms, you're going to be able to check out something from Misc. Yeah, so you've got the Freelancer Misc, which is a missile gunboat that is off the Freelancer chassis. And this thing is a lot of fun. This is used to be one of my go-tos in Pirate Swarm or Vandal Swarm. You're going to rack up a bunch of kills in that thing. And I rarely even use the missiles. I save the missiles for the Hammerhead at the end of Pirate Swarm. So it's a very good ship, a lot of fun to fly, and it's got some pretty good weapons on it. Let's move over to this Starfarer Gemini. Now, why is it the Gemini is the one that's in the video and not the regular Starfarer? Well, the Gemini is the military variant. So, what's the difference between the two? Well, the military variant has more armor, and you can also replace the fuel scoop at the front with a missile turret, or a missile, I guess, launching system. So pretty cool there. I don't know that I'd want to get rid of the fuel scoops, but I definitely would appreciate more armor. As you can see, the paint job's a little bit different than the regular Starfarer as well, which comes in a more white color. I like the Starfarer. I don't like the internal layout of it very well, but I like the idea of it. It's kind of a cool ship. It's a big ship. It's got a lot of space inside for cargo or rovers or whatever. Has decent weapons and decent turret locations. So it could be a decent ship for a small group of people to use. Here you have the Misc Reliant Tana. What about the other bunches of Reliants, like the Mako and the Sin and the regular Reliant? Well, those are not military ships either. The Tana, however, could be used in a military capacity, either by advocacy or militia units or whatever. This is not a bad light fighter. It's actually pretty good. And if you've ever played Pirate Swarm, they're really hard to kill early on in Pirate Swarm, those Tanas that you're having to fight against. It's a pretty good ship. I think it comes with a couple of size 3s. It's not bad for a low tier light fighter. This, on the other hand, is the Misc Razor EX. It's built off of their racing chassis, but it's built more for stealth. It's a stealthy ship. It comes with a couple of size 3s or 4 scatter guns. Really big, but they really don't do a whole lot for you. You really don't want to fight in that thing. It's more for spying. If you didn't know, you could walk up on the side of these walls here. Just kidding. I didn't really intentionally start doing that on purpose. I stayed up there on purpose. But this is what happens when you work long hours and you're falling asleep while, using mouse and keyboard. really nice Invictus Launch Week on the wall there, leading back out to the main Expo Hall, which we have the M2 right in front of us. Let's go downstairs now, since we've already seen the M2, and check out what they have in the hologram room. Again, if you guys didn't know, there is a hologram room underneath the main Expo area. And today they have some offerings from Tumbril on display. Here's a Tumbril tank with this is probably the Badlands camo, maybe, or the regular camo that comes with it. Somebody's opened the door over there. You can see where the crew goes in. It's a fun little vehicle, but it's a little weak at the moment. The gun's not as good. They're going to improve the gun, they said, and I'm sure when armor gets in, this thing will actually hold up a little better. Now, a lot of people will argue back and forth, well, a tank shouldn't withstand a shot from another tank or whatever. Yeah, that's probably true. A couple shots should kill it, but right now, the way the game is, they'll have to rebalance some of that. And in real tanks, it also matters about the angle the armor is in some of the tanks, and of course, modern day tanks, who knows? With the uranium shells, I don't know. As you can see, this is the Tumbril Ranger. It's the motorcycle. I think it's the only wheeled motorcycle that's going to be in the game, or at least as of now. Maybe later they'll have some more wheeled ones. You've got the hover bikes like the Dragonflies and the Open Nox and the Origin X1s, but the Tumbril Ranger is the only ground bike. And I'm not sure why it was in here. I guess it could be a military version of it. This is the Ares Inferno. We also have the Ares Ion. I really like the way this ship looks. Look how sleek, and I love the way the thing looks. I just hope I can carry it on my Idris. You know? It'll definitely go on a Kraken, but I want to carry it on an Idris, or better yet, give me the Jupiter carrier. This was a carrier that was in lore for that's from Crusader. It's an older carrier model, but maybe those Ares will fit in a Jupiter. That would be really, really cool. And there you have the Tumbril Cyclones. This is the anti-air one. You've got the ground-based one with that little Gatling gun on it. And then you've got the MT there in the middle, which is also a newer Tumbril Cyclone. And then you have the scanning one that I just walked in front of. So all those could be used in some sort of military capacity on the ground. Makes sense that they would be here during the Expo. So far, guys, what do you think of the Expo? We're not done yet. We still have a couple more ships to look at. I know this is a long video, and I do appreciate you guys sticking with me. I know some people don't get a chance to get out to see these expos in person, so I just want to do my due diligence and help you guys out. We're going to walk all the way through one of these C2s here. You know, it doesn't look like it's that far. Of course, I'm running, full speed here through the cargo hold. But it's really cool that it opens in the front and the back. The C2 and the M2 tend to be a little nose heavy, so when you land, you have to be kind of difficult. You got to be careful so that you don't tip over. It's very difficult not to tip over. So definitely play it safe. This is the A2. I was hoping I would be able to get on board and see what they've done with it so far, but they just didn't allow that. As you can see here, as I'm clicking all over the place trying to get on board. It's going to look a little different with the bomb setup, with the gun emplacements and stuff. I just wish I would have been able to see a little more of it. And you can kind of see in the cargo hold there as there's a missing panel. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, that's probably not intended. These things are so massive, but they're beautiful. I like them anyways. What do you guys think of the C2, the M2, and the A2? Are you fans of the Hercules? Are you fans of Crusader? I think they've really knocked it out with Crusader. Just knocked it right out of the park. With the Star Runner, the Hercules, and what the Ares looks like. I'm really looking forward to that ship as well. As you can see, there's also components for sale here on the Expo room floor, or I don't know if they're for sale there. I haven't ever tried to buy one, but you could definitely check them out. Those are the different components you might put in some of your ships that you might be picking up or renting. It's always nice to see that they've got the vendors out on the expo hall. Okay, well, let's make our way around the room to the next set of ships. So we're almost done here. So I'm going to ask you guys, if you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you think about these expo presentations, and you like these videos. I know, like I said, they're a little long, but I got to get everything in for you guys, right? So this final room, we have some more Tumbril Cyclones again, and then we have the Mercury Star Runner. We've got a couple of different Mercury Star Runners. Hopefully, you know, I was hoping we'd actually get the Mercury Star Bomb, not the Mercury Star Bomber, but the not the Ares Star Bomber. There was going to be a Star Bomber. I can't remember the designation. That's a rumored ship. Again, it's Star Citizen leaks, so they have like a 40% track record. If that, they're still short on the 400i. You know, we don't get either one of those, I don't think. We still have one more day to possibly get the bomber in, but I'm not too sure that's going to happen. Supposedly, it's kind of the shape of the Star Runner, but it's more for bombing runs and stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I certainly do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in for another one of my videos. Again, if you like and subscribe, that helps me on the algorithm. If you guys want to contribute to the channel, you can do that through YouTube or Patreon. I have both of those in the description of the video, and it's greatly appreciated. I can't tell you how much I do appreciate it. You guys have saved my life, literally, the last year or so, different months during the year. So thank you again for, you know, your contributions and your kindness, and yeah, thank you. Also, you can contribute to the channel by watching the ads all the way through and clicking on the ads. That will generate some revenue as well. Once again, I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.